Well, there we are. We're going to start this once again, folks. If you were watching earlier, I had a little false start because I had a little bit of trouble with the video. So we are back for season 20 of eSeniors GT3 World Champions. My name is Mike Meleskie. This is my broadcast. It's a replay broadcast today of the first race of the season at Misano, Italy, of the ACC GT3 sprint race for eSeniors, a league of 50-year-old plus 50-year-old plus racing drivers. Season 20. Can you believe it? Let us go straight to the qualification. Hold on. Let me find it for you. Results. There it is. Oop, nope. That's not what we want to see. This is what we want to see. There we go. That is the race results. In replay mode, you can't really watch qualification. So in first place, a familiar name, and that is his new Mustang livery. Tasty Classic Brian Murray from Northern Ireland, and a time at Misano of 1:33.96. He only did 3 qualification laps. Let's just take a quick peek at that for a second. Did he only take 3 laps? I think you can. No, I guess you can't do that in this mode. You can't see his actual laps. Anyway, that is it. In second place, Jonathan Wood in another Mustang, and his I can't jump to another picture, but we'll do that later. See everybody's liveries. 134.1.16 behind Brian, and in third place, Mr. Chris Bourne in an Aston Martin. He is from Great Britain. That's why he's in an Aston. He was 0.2 off the pace. Not far behind was Laurent Rolette. There we go, and that's the rest of the field. We have 14, at least. I'm not sure, 15. It shows Mr. Sauvage has been disqualified, but I'm not sure what that's all about. But there we go, 14 people. That is really good. Let's just quit this one and jump over to the race. Let you guys all watch this. There is the race right here. And we'll try and find, I'm going to pause it, and we'll try and find the start here. I'm not sure if they've lined up or not. There we go. We got some line up there. Let's just back it up just slightly. Get our HUD going, and here we go. Oh, let's do a track walk. What is this? This is the wrong race, folks. I'm in this race. Sorry. I want to quit this one. All right. Boy, live broadcasting. Isn't it wonderful? That was the wrong one. This is the Van Vivant. So there we go. We're going to find the right screen. And we're going to find when they're lined up in a grid. That looks pretty good. And we're going to find the right view for, let's see if we can find the right view for a good livery view. Where is it coming up? There's the livery view. So that is Mr. Brian Murray in his Tasty Classic Mustang. I think that is a new livery for him. Jonathan Wood in second, now red and blue Mustang. That's something totally different for Jonathan. Chris Bourne, that is not new. He is in his normal colors in his Aston Martin. Rolette from France in the first Ferrari. Paulo Noves in first McLaren. There's a man you all know, Mr. Derek Bird in his familiar Porsche. Michel Benchaya in his familiar green Ferrari. Terry Throwbridge, another familiar color for us, is in 8th place. Hugo Caballero in 9th. Peter Nielsen, another Ferrari. Daniel Britos Kevin Torrance from Down Under in the first and only BMW out there. Jeremy Autobras in the familiar Rocket. McLaren isn't changed in a while. And the Pink Pig, Rick Langlois from France. And also from France, Mr. Paul Philippe, Sauvage. All right, let's get another view here. Overhead view. I took a quick little look at the race and look at Brian is in the Mustang there. He's playing a little games here a little bit for the start. Let's just watch this start. It is pretty amazing. Now he's behind. Now he's coming up. They're trying to get a jump on each other. I see Chris Bourne also trying to get a jump. Here we come, very close to the green light. And there it is, green, green, green. We are racing, and look at that. Brian got a great jump. Chris Bourne and Jonathan Wood are just battling it out. Bourne's trying to come around the outside. And Jonathan, he comes through on the inside, and Laurent almost hits him. Oh, Graham's having some trouble. Jonathan's having some trouble here. Let's get a different view. Jonathan lost a number of places that time. Let's just take a look at what else is going on. Everybody's nice and clean. Did I see somebody go off? I don't think so. Yo, there's somebody. That's Caballero, I think, went off, but not too much damage. Up front, Chris Bourne is in second. Jonathan ended up in fourth after all that. There he is. Let's get a different view. There they are. Oh, look at that. Derek Bird is making a move on Laurent. And it didn't stick. Let's go back slightly for that. Let's go back a little bit. There's Derek. Get a better view here. Making a move. Making it stick. All right, things are spreading out a little bit. And I lost my mouse for a second here. Oop. And I got it back. Mouse. Look at this lengthy stream of cars. Let's get away from that view. How's Chris Bourne? Look at that. Brian Murray's taking off on Bourne. And Paulo Nova is there. And so is Jonathan Wood. Let's get on board with Jonathan. Get on board with a number of these guys. Benchaya was close to Bird and then he lost it. Throwbridge is trying to get up on Benchaya. Let's get back with that one. Up ahead, things are still tight for the top four guys. Although, look at this, Murray's taken off a little bit. Back here, Throwbridge on Benchai is still pretty quick. Lots of guys are very close to each other. There's Jeremy, Peter Nielsen. It's a little early in this race. Sauvage. Britos had a problem. Let's just take a quick peek at what happened to Danny Britos. It's quite far back. I'm just going to quickly jump back and see what happened to Britos. And we'll get back to that one later. Britos has already had his problem. Let's just quickly jump back here. I want to see what happened to Danny. No. Oh, he was the guy that went off, I think, that we saw go way off. Okay, so let's jump back to regular time here. And look at that. Bird is trying again to get by, and I think he did. Laurent Roulette, I think. He got by him there. You saw it in the background. Now we're back to Jonathan. Bert, and who's right behind him? That is Benchaya. These guys are all very tight. Finishing lap one. Very tight indeed. There's Eric Langlois. Danny Britos ended up in last place right now, but I'm sure he's going to get going. Let us see. This is Jeremy, I think. He's pretty close. Torrance is, everybody's close here. Throwbridge. I'm going to get a helicopter view set up here so I can find something happening. What is happening up at the front? Let's get on board with Laurent. He's the 5th guy in this stream. Although Murray has opened up a 1.3 second lead, these guys are all in line here. Just biding their time, but they can't bide their time too much. Oh, look at this. Jonathan went a little wide. Let's just see what's going to happen. Let's just see. That looks like a Hot Wheels car there, that Jonathan Wood livery. And looks like Laurent is kicking another peak. This is a battle for 5th place. 5th place. Let's watch this going through the high-speed right-hander. Heavy on the brakes right here. Little touch. Then you hit the brake hard. Come around this corner. These guys are all very close. All in touch with each other. Throwbridge on Benchaya. And Bird's not that far ahead. Jeremy's all over Kevin Torrance, who's not that far off Caballero. Wow, Jeremy was really close there. He had to brake a little to avoid a contact, I think. He's got that McLaren working as usual. Look at this. Laurent is all over Jonathan. Look at that Mustang take those sausages like they're not even there. And up front here. Whoa, he almost, he's got a great braking point compared to Jonathan there. Almost ran into the back of them. All right, well, who else has got some stuff going on? We've got lots of exciting. Jeremy on Torrance. Go all the way through all these guys. There is Kevin Torrance on Caballero. Up here, we've got Terry just harassing the hell out of Michel Benchaya. This is sprint racing is so exciting. As you know, the tower gaps are at sectors only. It looks like these guys in the top 5 are spread out slightly. So let's find somebody else. I think Jeremy and these 3 are quite close. Watch these 3 for a while. Look at that speed, 245 kilometers an hour. You know it. It is quick. And Jeremy, he wants Throwbridge so bad. And he's got to watch out because Nielsen's right behind him. Nobody can make a mistake in this. This is 8th, 9th, 10th. Or probably more 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. This is the closest one right here, although up ahead looks like Throwbridge is coming on to Benchaya. Looks like Terry's got some pace on Michel today. But these, look at this. Jeremy's got to get by Kevin. I think he's got better pace on him. He just can't seem to get a good spot to pass. Is there anybody watching? Let me take a quick peek on the chat. It says 3 people. Say hello on the chat. I'll try and notice you and say get a conversation going. Up ahead looks like Chris Bourne has made some inroads into Brian. He was a second and a half up. These guys are all spread out by a second. Looks like Jonathan had a little bit of an issue because Laurent is back up with them. I think I got a little loud on the engine noise. I'm going to drop it down just slightly, if you don't mind. Everything looks good on the audio and video. What is happening here? Jeremy is still all over Terry. This is going to break sometime. Something's got to happen. What's Jeremy looking at in his rearview mirror? He knows that Nilsson's right behind him. He knows he's got to get by Torrance. He's got to get by. What's happening back here? We've got Danny Britos, Eric Langlois, Paul Sauvage, and then this crowd here. Look at this. Jeremy just can't get the right spot. Looks like that BMW has some great exit speed. And Terry is really hassling Trowbridge. How far are we into the race here? We are in lap 5 of 19. Oh, Jeremy got by him. Jeremy got by him. Let's back up a few seconds. There we go. We'll see what happened here. We'll take an overview look. Did Torrance finally make a mistake? Or did Jeremy just do some excellent driving? Here it comes. Just a great exit on Jeremy's part. Just outdueled that BMW. Let's see if he can pull ahead now. And it looks like Torrance is having trouble with Nilsson now. They're neck and neck. They're neck and neck. The BMW pulls away. Yeah, right. What a go, Kevin. Didn't lose 2 spots, just lost 1. But now he's got Nilsson all over him. And Jeremy's not really pulling away, so it's just a matter of the BMW being stronger in certain parts of the track, I think. As now Jeremy's under pressure. Here comes Nilsson again. Up ahead. Look at this. Laurent is caught up with Mr. Wood. I don't think Mr. Wood is... I don't know if Jonathan has raced that Mustang before. Whoa, a little bit of a wiggle there. Wow, he really downshifted early there. The Ferrari seems to have the corners. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's drafting him now. Now he's going to take a peek on the inside, side by side. Oh, nice job there for avoiding contact, both of them. And Mr. Wood is trying to fight back. Not going to happen. Let's see what he can do. He's trying. He's trying hard. That BMW's got great exit speed. Just a great, great car in this ACC rendition. See, now he's pulling up to his rear wheel. Whoa! What just took off? Look at this. Look at this. Wow, what a battle here. What a battle here. These two guys are duking it out. Very respectful of each other, though. Nice job, you guys. Way down here, Sauvage is trying to get... He got ahead of Langlois, and he got ahead of a couple of people here. I'm just going to do a quick pause, jump back to see where that happened. I believe he was behind. And let's just see. We'll go back to that view afterwards of those guys. Did something happen here that we missed? No, I don't think so. No, sorry. That was a mistake on my part. Let's get back to where we were here. Jeremy, that's Wood and Wood got ahead of him again. Hold on, and is that where did we miss something here? Let me back up. There we go. This is battles. He is ahead now. Let's just back up a little bit more. That's where we left off. That was look at that Mustang just take off all of a sudden through there. Oh, I love that view. I'll get an indication of the speed. So Jonathan's ahead right now. Laurent, let's get on board with Laurent to see what he's trying to get done. He is sticking right on top of him. Great driving, great respect for each other's skills. So you cannot drive that close without knowing what you're dancing partner is doing. Look at this, up ahead. Chris has got it down to under 1 second. Whoa, so much action. Terry on Benchaya. Jeremy is ahead now he dropped back. He was, what happened to Jeremy? Okay, we're at 15:12. Let's go back and see what happened to Jeremy here. I thought he was ahead of all these guys. Oh, no, it was Kevin. Sorry. Let's go back here. Sorry. Just trying to get all the action in here and get everybody's views. Eric Langlois got ahead of, let's find that one. He got ahead of Sauvage somewhere. And let's see here. He is behind. Oh, look at all this action. Oh, Mr. Nielsen had a trouble. He ended up behind everybody here. Hold on. Let's go back to sector. There is where it is. We were at 15, so we'll watch. Oh, this might have been contact. Let's just watch this from above. I'm on with Nielsen, and behind him is Sauvage, I think. Something happened here. A little bit wide. Oh, who's that ahead? That is Torrance went wide. He's fallen down. Then a little bit of contact, and he dropped out of it. And Nielsen goes wide. There was a bit of contact there. Now look at this grouping, 5 cars there. And who's that? That is, who is that? Britos, I think, in the white car. He's trying to take advantage of everything. Where is Britos? Yes, that is. He's behind Savage. Langlois. We just watch all this happen. Whoa! There goes Britos on the inside. This is great action at the back of the pack. Hey, there's action everywhere, guys. There is action everywhere. All right. So let's get back to the 15 mark. We'll see where all that ends up because we've got some action way over here with Laurent and Jonathan Wood. And up ahead, we saw before, he got it down to, Chris Bourne's got it down to less than a second on Murray. We've got only half the race gone. We've only been racing for 15 minutes, guys. All right, who else is up here with some close action? Harry on Benchaya just can't get it going. Everybody else is spreading out slightly. Here's our back of the pack guys, but they're looking pretty juicy here. They're spreading out slightly now too. All right, let's just get back with Laurent and Wood. Oh, he made a mistake somewhere, Laurent did, because he looked like he's behind Jonathan quite a bit now. Everybody's spread out slightly. And we've got Trowbridge on Benchaya. Let's just watch this one for a while because these guys are close, and they've been close for quite a while. Coming in behind them is Caballero, just lurking in the background, waiting for something to happen. Anybody on the chat? Quickly peek. It says 3 people watching. Announce yourself, please, and I will chat with you. Season 20 of eSeniors. Yes, sir. This is the first of 10 sprint races. I remind you, a 30-minute race, a 30-minute race, a 15-minute quali, no mandatory pit stops. I am going to go through. Oh, watch. I love that view. Let's just go through everybody here. There is our leader, Mr. Brian Murray. in the Mustang, followed by Chris Bourne in that purple. That's his racing colors, purple in that Aston Martin. Next is Paulo Noves from Portugal. That is our podium right there. Jonathan Wood in the familiar Mustang now. That red Mustang is going to be easy to spot. Next is Laurent Rolette. A little bit further back is Derek Bird in the Porsche. There's a couple of Porsches in here. Let me find another view. There's another view. He is 3 seconds back of those guys. This is Michel Benchaya, and he has been hounded all race by Terry Trowbridge, the Kiwi. And Hugo Caballero is next, followed by Jeremy Arrobas. All Sauvage, and they don't have his livery. Get on top of that, Philippe. Kevin Torrance. He's not the Kiwi. What am I talking about? Terry Trowbridge is from what is DNR again? I forgot. See his flag? No flag. Great Britain somewhere. Forgotten. Where was I? Sauvage Torrance. That's where I was at. He's in a Mustang. I'm not BMW. And Daniel Britos, Eric Landrois, and Peter Nielsen. What is happening up here with our friends in the battle for 4th and 5th? I got a pop going on my microphone. Let's just look at the driver view. That is more exciting. There is Laurent all over Jonathan. And it looks like Brian Murray has opened up his 1+ second lead again. But let's stay on with Laurent. That Ferrari C has totally different braking points than the Mustang. Here he comes again. Here he comes again. He's pulling up side by side. Ooh, Jonathan pushed them off the track, and then he pushes him off the track. Wow, wow, wow. Let's take a quick peek at that again. Hold on. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, no. Where is Jonathan? Jonathan's on the grass. Well, we're going to watch this from above, because this is exciting. Why can't I get there? Let me back up just slightly. Get the right view. That was the view I wanted. All right, let's just watch that all happen here. Get on with Laurent. Get a better view in a second of the two of them. Just want to see what happened here. Laurent has got better braking points to the big, heavy Mustang. This is where he got a great exit. Almost touches there. Oh, there may not have been a touch, but damn close. So he just had an excellent line. And now Jonathan tries to get going here. And what happens? He just overcooks it slightly. Keeps it off the wall. And keeps going to race another day. He's not that far behind now. That was amazing. Let's just watch it from his point of view. Let's just back up here to see what happened. That is a crazy, crazy close racing. Here it comes around the corner, and he just overcooks it right there on the curb on that paint, but manages to keep it alive. Oh, beautiful job, Jonathan. You can race on grass, can't you? All right, what have we got for other? I don't think we have got too much right now for other guys racing. Oh yeah, Terry's still on Benchaya. Just can't get by him. I should know where Terry's from. I think I interviewed Terry. I'll have to look back on my notes to see where he's from exactly. I think he's in England somewhere. All right, have we got anybody else that's close? Well, the guys at the back are still duking it out. There is Eric on. These guys are still duking it out big time. They're having a great race at the back. Hey, it doesn't matter whether you're basing for 1, 2, or 3, or 13, 14, or 15. When you're racing with people, it's just as exciting up there as it is here. So, hey, if you're watching Who is watching? There are 4 people watching right now. Announce yourself on the chat, please. It's not polite to watch without saying hello. Otherwise, I think I'm talking into the great ether. Philippe Sauvage. Let's just take a quick peek at the way he's handling that Porsche. Or no, sorry, Langlois. Mr. Langlois. Eric Langlois. And up ahead, Danny is trying to catch that BMW. Trowbridge is just cannot get by Benchaya. That must be very annoying. Look at that, 4 McLarens in a row here behind the Ferrari. This is probably the closest battle right now, except maybe for Danielle on Torrance. Jonathan is trying. Oh, Jonathan caught up to Laurent. Really close now. Really close now. Oh, Dimitri. Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see. Did I hear you're going to be able to race with us soon? Exciting race. It's going to have a good finish. Oh, look at this. Benchaya got past. No, Terry is always behind Benchaya. I just get excited sometimes when I think there's a change of position to go back to. Danny's still on Torrance. And Jonathan is still trying to catch back up with Laurent. I just think that the Ferrari has a bit better cornering than the big bad heavy Mustang. See, it looks like Jonathan's trying to stretch his braking points out a little bit. Oh, you'll be back on Saturday, Dimitri. Great, great. What are you racing? What kind of car are you racing this year? Oh, looks like Chris Bourne is caught up with Murray. Murray might have had some trouble. I don't want to go back to find that, but look at this. The Aston Martin catching up with the big bad Mustang. Oh, he went wide there. Look at this. He's getting a little nervous. He doesn't like to be the chased. Usually he's used to being way up front. Jonathan is catching up to Laurent. Trowbridge is still on Benchaya, but Caballero's not far behind either. Again, lurking in the background, just trying to catch a mistake. But look at this, Chris Bourne. Where are we going? We got only about 5 or 6 laps to go. Looks like Murray's in trouble. I wonder if the tires are having an effect like that. Mustang burning up. What are the lap times? If you look at the beginning of the broadcast, you'll see I posted the quali time. So yeah, just go to the beginning of the broadcast, Dimitri, and you'll see what the pace is today. Look at this. Chris is right on Murray now. Right on top of him. Trowbridge and Benchaya are still battling it out. That is it for... How's Jonathan? Jonathan fell back a little bit. Looks like Laurent had pace on him, but look at this. Chris has found his groove on this track because he's hunting Brian Murray down, and Brian's feeling the pressure big time. In a Ferrari, Dimitri. Okay, yeah, I'm sticking with the Ferrari and ACC also. I'm going to try something different in LMU. I'm going to GT3 in LMU, and I am going to be driving the big bad Merc. If Krister can drive the big bad Merc, so can I. Look at this. Look at this. Chris is making a play for the podium. Wow, he's right up on top of him. Let's watch what he's up to. Something's happened to Brian somehow as he cooked the tires on the Mustang. We are How many minutes in? 20-ish minutes in. We got quite a few laps to go. Oh, that Terry cannot get by Benchai, but he's getting impatient. And that 4 horseman, he's getting impatient. He took a quick peek there. There we go. And how is Jonathan doing? Look at those guys go back 250 kilometers an hour right by that camera. And there's Murray. Oh, look at that. He is just throwing that Aston Martin around, sliding through corners, right on top of Murray. Right on top of Murray. Look at that. Oh, and Murray goes a little wide, and he hits another curb. Just unsettling his car. Look at that. And Chris Bourne takes over the lead. Just a little mistake from Brian Murray, hitting those sausages, unsettling the back of that Mustang. And now let's see if the hunted can become the hunter. Wow, let's just watch that for a while. Where are we with Jonathan? Jonathan is falling further and further behind. It looks like that Ferrari had the pace. Jonathan just held him off all that time. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a turn of events here. A change in the lead, but look at this. Brian is not going to give up. Oh, and Paulo is right behind everybody. And look at that. Brian is getting harassed by Paulo now. Look at this action. The sprint racing at its best. Look at that back of that car. Yeah, that Murray is a dirty rascal. So yeah, Paulo is just lurking in the background, waiting for something to happen with these two, and he will take advantage. Whoa, now Chris goes wide. Woo, very wide. Oh, but he managed to hold on to it, but wait. Here comes the big bad Mustang. Man, he had a huge slide. Let's go back and watch that. Holy smokes, we gotta see that again. Let's get on board with right here with Chris and see what happened. That was pretty wild, I thought. Here it comes. Woo! That's a controlled skid if I ever saw one. He has got that set up beautifully timed. Wow, to be able to do a 4-wheel drift like that, not lose speed, that is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. I can't understand why Brian couldn't take advantage of that. Let's see what it looked like. Oh, I just love that drift. Let's just see what it looked like from Brian's point of view. Oh, back up a little bit, 5 seconds. Oh, he saw it. And look at that, he did not. He had a great line right here. For some reason, he couldn't. Look at that. Chris just got some grip all of a sudden. Whew. What action. What action. I love it. I love it. I love it when I see this kind of action. 3 laps to go. 6 people watching. Oh my God, this is a huge audience. You're watching a great race here in eSeniors Sprint Championship. Throwbridge is still trying to get by Benchaya. Everybody else is quite a ways down. Looks like Peter Nielsen had another problem. Well, there's our podium right now. Chris Bourne, Brian Murray, and Paulo Noves. Look at that. Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and Portugal. Everybody else is quite a ways back, but that Laurent just can't get by. Benchaya's doing a great job of staying in his groove, not being worried about Terry at all. The McLaren and the Ferrari. Oh, Paulo fell behind these two a little bit. These guys are going to battle it out right to the end, I'm sure. This is going to be an amazing season to watch. These guys, top three, have pulled away from the pack, but they have not pulled away from each other. Wow. Brian Murray had the podium on the qualification. So he's got pace, and he's sticking with Chris. There's no way Chris is getting away from him. Let's watch how he's working that steering wheel hard. We all know we've seen Brian Murray's action before. Right behind him is Paulo. He's got problems ahead and problems behind. He's really the meat in the sandwich, isn't he? We've watched Brian, go back to what I was saying. Brian is so smooth. Let's just see if he is having trouble with this Mustang handling. Now we're going to see what kind of action we've got on Chris here. Chris is just throwing that Aston Martin around this track. Go back into Chris in the next couple of corners just to see how he's handling this car, because he is right on the edge all the time. This is where he did his little skid before, I think. Oh, he's a lot smoother here. Look at that, he is right on the edge. You can hear those tires protesting, and Ryan was right behind him there. Looks like Paulo has fallen back just slightly from these two. Let's see if the Ford catches up on the straight here to have great straight line speed. Look at that, these guys are not bothered by those sausages whatsoever. If you're watching for Saturday's race, you can see how these guys cut these corners. That's how you get up there with the big boys. All right, what do we got going here? We have got Throwbridge and Benchaya. That is the only race right now, unless somebody makes a mistake with Caballero's not that far behind these two. Again, he's just lurking in the background this whole time, waiting for these two guys to do something drastic, and then he will pounce on them and take advantage of it. Paulo's dropped back slightly. So has Brian. We've only got one lap to go. Here is where everything is going to come to a head. Everybody is going to push super hard. Push their braking points a little bit further. Here comes Brian. Let's get a good view here. Both of them go wide. Great action here. Brian is really close. Really close. Oh, Throwbridge got by Caballero. Oh no, why? Yeah, do it again. I think somebody got past somebody. This is the action there. This is the last lap, I believe. Yes, it is. Pull out all the stops here. Brian he wants that podium. He can taste it. He can taste it. He's got no pressure from Paulo now. Coming up to about the midway point here. Brian's going to give it all he's got. Look at that. He dove in there pretty deep. Quickly jump over to Throwbridge. He's going to try something drastic too, I bet. These are the only two guys that are really close. We're going to follow both of them. Look at that, almost touching. That's the last few corners. There's Terry coming up here. See that? He is pushing hard too. Here comes the last corner. There we go. There is the checkered flag for Chris Bourne. And number 2, Brian Murray. I know they appreciate that kind of racing. And here we go with Trowbridge and Binchaya. He's gonna push it hard. Oh, the replay stopped. Oh, there is our first race. Chris Bourne, Brian Murray, and Paulo Noves from Portugal. That is our podium for race number 1. So that is cool. That is very cool. All right, that is our first race, folks. And we will see you again next week. See you on track on Saturday. Bye for now. Ooh, it stopped.